everyone, my name is Jen from the Wadsworth Public Library, and I'm here today with a special Summer Reading Club edition of Create. And this year, Summer Reading Club theme is around the world. So all of our programs that we'll be doing this summer have to do with different countries around the world. So today's Create program is going to focus on India, and I'm going to show you some ways that you can make henna dyes at home to create henna tattoos. So if you're not familiar, henna is actually a plant from Northern Africa, but it's also found in other areas of the world like Australia and Asia. It's most commonly associated with India. We do not have henna plants in the United States, but you can buy henna powders to make your own henna tattoos. You just mix it with some other materials, but you can do it a lot simpler with some supplies that you probably have around your house. So before I get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about henna tattooing. The art of tattooing henna on your body is called mehndi, and it is associated with celebratory times. So often if you go to an Indian wedding, you will see the bride adorned with very intricate designs on her hands, possibly her feet. But really, henna designs can go anywhere on the body. Your shoulders, your back, hands, feet. But hands are a common placement for henna tattoos. Henna plants are thought to bring love and good fortune. So that is a reason why they're used in weddings. The placement of a henna tattoo was also very important in traditional mehndi design. If you have henna tattoos on the palms of your hands, it means that you are ready to receive good fortune. And if you have henna designs on the backs of your hands, it is a symbol of love. So that is, again, often why you will see women's hands tattooed at an Indian wedding. So like I said, you can place the henna anywhere on your body. It is made from, traditional henna is made from crushing the leaves of the henna plant, and then you will add lemon juice and another liquid. It's usually tea, sometimes water. But like I said, there are ways that you can create similar inks using items from your house. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways, or demonstrate 3 different ways that you can make your own henna inks at home. So all you will need is some Kool-Aid, and it really doesn't matter what color you have. You can make your henna dye any color you want. We have black cherry, grape. A lot of the things that I saw recommended online say orange Kool-Aid because that most closely mimics the color of the traditional henna plant once it's ground and mixed, but really you can make any color. Then you will also need some sort of thickening agent, some kind of powder. Cornstarch is best, but if you don't have cornstarch, you can use baby powder. You will also need some food coloring or food dyes. And then you will need something to mix with. I was just using the back of my small paintbrush. You can also use a Q-tip. You can use a spoon, whatever you like. A little bit of water. And also something that can create the dye of the henna plant is turmeric, which is a seasoning. So I have a couple pre-mixed here. The thing about henna, there's a lot of different recipes that you can find online, and they're all slightly different. So basically, I think the best way to do it is just to eyeball and kind of see what your mixture looks like. You want it to be more of a paste. You don't want it to be super liquidy. So if you find that you add water and you add your color and then you add the cornstarch and it's still really liquidy, you'll need to add more of your powder. And then if you find that your powder gets sort of clumpy, you'll need to add more water. So you kind of just go back and forth until you get a good consistency. This one here is just the turmeric and water. This is the perfect example of what you want. This is very pasty, not super watery. It is a little clumpy, which is kind of hard to avoid when you're using the spice, but this is the consistency that you're kind of going for. But really, you can make it liquidy. It's just a lot more messy that way. So this, the first example of making henna paste, is just the turmeric, spices, and water. That's it. Mix it together. This one is just food coloring and water and a little bit of cornstarch. I used green because green, orange, yellow, those are kind of the more traditional henna colors. This one is a little more liquidy, as you can see, which is fine. You can add any color food colorings that you would like. And then this one here, I believe, yeah, this is kind of like the in-between consistency. So it's not quite as pasty as the turmeric, but it's not as liquidy as the Kool-Aid. So this one is food coloring and cornstarch. No Kool-Aid for this one. And really you can mix and match to see what colors and consistencies you would like. So once you have it mixed, you have to apply to your skin. So I would recommend before you start applying that maybe you practice a sketch on a piece of paper. Popular designs for henna tattoos, I have some pictures in this presentation, are circular flowers, mandalas, designs that you see a lot in Indian culture, vines and leaves, paisley designs. But I've seen everything from suns and moons, and really you can do whatever you want. So I'm just going to demonstrate. I'm going to use my hand. Try not to make a mess here. I'm not going to do an intricate design. I'm just going to show you how to apply it to your skin. So this will stay for about a week, possibly up to 2 on your skin. All of these are natural ingredients. You shouldn't have any allergies to anything. Unless you have sensitivity to food dyes, maybe it could get into your skin and cause an allergy, but it's natural ingredients. Nothing is permanent. But I would definitely ask your parents before you start on this. And also know that these will stay in clothing. So if you get it on your clothing, it might be a little tricky. So if you want your design to stay longer, make sure your hands are clean. If you want to, you can exfoliate with a loofah so that any dead skin is removed and your design will stay on your skin longer. As far as applying the henna tattoo, it's really up to you. You can use a very fine tip brush. You can use Q-tips, you can use toothpicks. The traditional henna that you buy in a packet will have kind of like a piping bag to squeeze it on your skin. I feel like that's really messy, and I wouldn't recommend that method if your mixture is watery, because it will get everywhere. But you can use something, this was just a little bottle with a small eyedropper. Anything like that, you can get more control over your design, but just keep in mind it might be a little messier. So I like the Q-tip, especially if you're going to do dots. So we will start with the food coloring, water, and cornstarch mix. So this one, not super wet, but also not pasty. Want to make sure the excess. And you just kind of, you know, whatever design you want, lines, dots, zigzags. A lot of times people don't apply their own henna. They have someone else do it. I feel like it's easier when you're working on someone else than when you're doing it yourself. I'm left-handed, so this is going on my right hand. So yeah, you can already see that it's staining pretty well. So this is the Q-tip method. Do one more. If you want very thin lines, you can use a toothpick. So I'm going to get just a little bit of the turmeric on there. Actually, let's do toothpick with the Kool-Aid. Also, the important thing is you want to leave this on for quite a while to really let it soak in, up to an hour. So you kind of have to be patient and try not to smudge it or mess it up. Like I said, this is not any kind of specific design. I would recommend you sketching out what you would like it to look like so that you don't end up doing this. So the colors are pretty similar on these, even though I use 3 completely different ingredients. And then you can also use a brush. We'll do the turmeric. This will be a different color because the turmeric is more orangey. This one will just kind of do zigzag. All of these ingredients can be found in a local supermarket. You might even have them in your pantry already. The turmeric is more gritty, like I said, because of the ground spices. That's okay. When the hour is up, you can wipe off the excess gritty part of the turmeric. Yeah. This brush is a little thicker than I would have wanted, but as you can see, we've got some dots, we've got some lines, we have a zigzag. You can do your fingers, you can do the palm of your hand, the back of your hand, really anywhere. Leave it sit for a while. It will probably dry. And then after the hour, you can sort of dab off any of the excess moisture as well as the gritty part of the turmeric. And like I said, if you're well moisturized and your hands are clean, it should stay for at least a week, up to 2, and you have a beautiful Indian celebratory design called Mendi. I think that's all I wanted to mention. Yeah, so we have 3 different methods, like I said: Kool-Aid, turmeric, and food coloring. Pretty simple, and I would love to see any designs that you come up with, either with you or your friends, and hopefully you have signed up for the Summer Reading Club, which starts very soon. We are taking registrations right now, and the first day is June 7th, and hopefully we will see you this summer. Thanks.